What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. Hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to be doing, I guess, kind of like the first Could I qualifier I've ever done on MX Bikes. Now, obviously, I feel like at this point we know that I could qualify, but it's more about seeing where I would have been. So the track we are on right now, no, it's not Indianapolis, even though it is a spitting image of the track. It is actually Denver. So this is round 16. And as you guys know, I was moving house while this race was being done in MX Bikes. So today, I have downloaded it. We're going to be playing it for the first time. If you're unfamiliar how the practice and qualifying for aerial supercross works, is the track gets released. You then have, I think, 30 or 20 minutes to practice. You then get 10 minutes in the qualifying server to practice again. And then you get 20 minutes to qualify in total. So overall, by the time you download the track compared to the end of the qualifying, you usually have, I don't know, about 50 minutes to an hour total on the track. Now, I'm not going to give myself that much time. I don't think there's too much need. What I am going to do is give myself 30 minutes in total. The first 10 minutes, I'm going to spend just learning the track, learning the lines, seeing what's what, and like if any lines have changed from the Indianapolis track layout. I feel like a lot of it's going to be quite samey. We shall see. And then in the last 20 minutes, I'm just going to hot lap, see what lap I can get, best time possible. And then if I bring up on my screen real quick as well, I have got the qualifying times right here. So Cam qualified in P1 with a 52.9. Down in second was Tyler on the Cowie with a 53.1. And then we also had Steiner on a carry as well with a 53.6. I am aiming to get a sub 54. So anything under a 54 I'll be happy with. So that would put me in P4 in qualifying overall. So without further ado, let's actually learn the track and spin some laps. For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe. Now, as I do with all these tracks, I just quickly select a setup from the previous weeks, as all of my setups are exactly the same. I'm going to leave 5 litres in for the first 10 minutes or so because it really doesn't matter too much, I don't think, when it comes to learning the track, having like a little bit more fuel than usual. Let's put the track layout on. So I'm going to give my 10 minutes, starts now. Hopefully, in DaVinci Resolve, I've gone through the effort of adding in a timer overlay there so we can see what's what and what's popping off. Now, this is my second time doing any video and actually playing the game in this new house. And I kind of tried doing what I could do in DaVinci Resolve last time when it came to... Is that a line? Is that viable? When it came to the Echo. I've put a few more things in the room now, so I've got a chest of drawers behind me. I've got a Logitech steering wheel and pedals because I'd like to get back into my racing games at some point whenever I have the time to do so. And then over in that corner of the room, I've just got my real life motocross gear. Now, some people was asking what I'm going to do in regards to real life riding. I do not have anywhere to store my bike currently in this place. We don't have a garage or shed or anything like that. So the bikes are still 4 hours away from me, down south. So the only time I guess I would go riding anywhere is if I got invited, or if I knew in advance I can drive down there and then go after the fact. So we'll see. We'll see what happens from that point. Like when I asked what I could put in the background behind me, as like a little bit of a backdrop, someone even said put your bike there, and I was like, well, there's a few issues with that. I mean, first of all, I don't have the bike. Secondly, how you get a extremely heavy motocross bike up the stairs and round the corner and through the hallway, I have no idea. Yeah, for now, I think it kind of has to stay as it is. Maybe I can get a poster or something along those lines. I need to buy, so what we have right now is where we're renting, we can't really make any drastic alterations to the walls. You know, like you can't drill holes and things like that. So we'd have to probably buy some like command strips, you know, those ones that stick on the wall and then you can just pull off at any time. It doesn't cause any damage, just things like that. I was suggested putting a cheeky FXR jersey there, and I do have a spare one that I don't wear. Luckily, when they sent me my, let's call it a welcome pack, when I first signed up with FXR, they sent me a gear set, so pants and a jersey. Then they sent me the jersey in 2 sizes just because we was unsure on the exact fit. So obviously one of the sizes is a little bit too small, where your boy's a bit more round, a bit more robust than usual these days. So I could just hang that one up on the wall at some point, just get something going on in the background there. But I'm very, very excited to get back to this, back to normal. So I guess today's my last day of really moving everything in. We went and got a bunch of my girlfriend's possessions again today, moving it from her old place to this current place. There's still more to do, but that's probably going to be a weekend job at this point. She's going back to work tomorrow, so I'll be here between 9 and 5 by myself to be able to do videos or like stream if I've got the time as well. And it'd be nice to talk to the boys as well. I haven't spoken to them in like five days now at this point. Need to catch up with old Charles, see how he's moving. And I just want to say thank you. Everyone was very, very kind off the back of the last video. Just like in regards to like, do you ever feel like an adult and so on and so forth. It was really nice to hear from everyone that no, you end up winging it your entire life. It never, I wouldn't say it never gets easier. It definitely does. Once you have more practice at doing adult things, it definitely gets easier. But it doesn't get less, let's say, weird. You don't ever feel like you're nailing everything. So let me stop trying to waffle and give you a Lynn's story time, as I always do. And let's try and focus on this a little bit. So 3.5 minutes into this so far. It's a little bit different than Indy. Obviously, the base ground layout of the track is identical, except for a extra one corner. So instead of just turning right and going through whoops, you end up doing a full right 180, then a left 180, and then you kind of hit the 90 into the whoop. So it's a little bit different in that regards. And then the jumps are a bit different. This rhythm right here, slightly different. There's not 2 tables through this time. There's just the 1. And I'm guessing it's probably something like quad triple. And then we jump in here. I don't know if you'd have the speed to go all the way onto that tabletop. We shall see. The way the jumps are built, not the same as always, I don't think, on this one. They seem a little bit more mellow, so they don't seem to send you as high, but they seem to send you forwards quite far. And no idea just yet if these inside ruts are worth... Maybe, yeah, I was going to say if they're worth it, but I'm not sure if that was just an unlucky or a poor corner by me, but maybe the berms aren't built quite as steep and as sloped as they usually would be. So let's see what we can rock. I mean, I'm at a 101 right now, and I said I wanted a sub 54 by the end of the 30 minutes total that I'm giving myself. And I don't think I've done a clean lap yet, to be fair. So let's try and go around here. That inside seems very OP. Is it just a quad and then a double? I believe it is. I think I actually saw a clip of, it might have been Cam going 5-1 through that section, which I don't really think I should be trying. I'm not sure if, again, if you can even quad that entire section before the Supercross triple. We've got triple here. If I go inside... Ooh, okay. I've got Indy muscle memory in my head. Genuinely, that's not even me just capping. I've got Indy muscle memory in my head. So the way that I went to double in there would have been fine on Indy, but we are not on Indy anymore. We are on Indy's homework that's been copied and changed ever so slightly. So I think inside there feels pretty good. Let's try inside here as well. It's really not bad. The reason that I don't think it's awful, because most of the time in Supercross it's just rail berms as much as you can, and you don't really bother with inside ruts too much. The reason I don't feel like that is awful is because you've not got a big rhythm section, like you haven't got a triple into a section straight after the turn. You've just got another very short turn before the whoops. So it doesn't feel bad at all. I'm not sure what... I'm guessing it's quad double. But the way that jump face is built, same with that jump face as well. They feel off. And I don't know if it's just a matter of practice or what, but they don't feel as they should. Let's go. I think it might just be an on-off. Yeah, on-off, triple. It would be nice if you could quad it, but so far, not feeling it. Not feeling it at all. So double into here. Let's try and give it a little bit more speed this time to double in. Then it's double, maybe triple, triple again, triple. I just don't really want to be singling into this corner. I feel like anytime you end up singling out of a section, very, very slow. Although, going based off the real life riding, there was a hell of a lot of singling going on. Like really, really weird the way it was turning out for those guys. I mean, there's either jump or skim through these by the looks of it. I think skimming from the inside or the middle might be quite difficult. But the once or twice I've gone outside in the corner so far, skimming seems to be a lot more of a viable option. Let's go around, try and get this inside again. Yes, I want to check up a little bit, float there. I mean, we can try these inside ruts. There's no point us going all the way around the outside if it's just a step on, step off anyway. Float up and over this triple. Went a little bit long. The jump's quite short. On, off, triple. Can you triple in? Oh, you can. Okay, step all the way on, step off, triple. I wonder if that's quadable. Could quite possibly be quadable. Let's check up here on the brakes a bit more. Round to the right. You know what I've noticed since I've moved? I need to go and check my settings at some point. The steering feels a little bit off. It feels a little bit more stiff. Doesn't feel like the bike wants to get cranked over quite as far. Luckily, I did just make a settings video, so if there's anything slightly off, I can just go and, I guess, refer to my notes as such. Don't know if there's any point going all the way to the outside in that corner, having just realised. I think I've gone outside every single lap, but there's no jumps coming out of it. We'll go quad over this again. Let's check up. Try and actually get this rut this time. Nice. And then on, off. We're already at 56.1, so I only need another 2 seconds or so. Let's go on, off, triple. Let's go middle rut. Triple on. Oh, hooked way too far to the right. Way too far to the right. Okay. I don't know why I'm just sitting here doing laps rather than... So what I can do, what I do a lot of time in testing, is I'll come near the finish line here, just the corner before the finish. I'll hold down my track reset button, which for me is the options button on my controller, and that'll set a marker, and I can just keep respawning here and kind of learning the track over and over again. Right. I mean, I know that usually you get like your in this situation I'll give myself 10 minutes to practice and then 20 minutes to, I guess, qualify. In this situation, I'm not going to do that. I'm just kind of going to go for laps now because I feel like I know the lines. I know what I need to do. It's just a case of putting everything together. This is going to be one of the trickiest bits, is getting that step onto there. That's probably going to make or break a lap, unfortunately. I just need to try and work out the exact lineup that I need for the corner so I don't overhook or not turn sharp enough. Let's try outside here, see if it's worth it. I mean, it gives you a bit of a better slingshot onto this straight. But yeah, that banked 180 afterwards, it doesn't hold you quite as well. I do like skimming through these. It does send you a little bit wide in the corner, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, this wasn't a terrible lap at all, and there was lots and lots of mistakes in there. Like, timing-wise, absolutely fine. Still in the 56s, so I still need to get just over 2 seconds of time to be saved. So let's try and check up here. Can I go inside? Or a bit of a sharp angle in there, that's not ideal. Then on, off, still gained a bit of time on myself. Check up a lot for that triple. I don't know why that triple feels so small on this track. And then go double in, open this corner up, triple onto the table, go off, scrub. Oh, went a bit too far. Just going to single out. Not a great turn there at all. That cost me quite a bit of time. Let's try these insides and see time-wise if I gain or lose. I think it was like 0.4 going into these, and now I'm up by 0.6, so I gained a little bit. Nowhere near the 2 seconds I need, though. That's a bit... that is a bit concerning. And onto the straight. A lot more speed on the straight. Can I go inside here? Can go inside here. Gained a bit more time. So we're down into the 54s. 54.9. So I still need a bit more time. Can we just quad? No, not quad. 5 that. There's a high part. High part of that jump that I need to hit. Noted. I wonder... Oh, hang on. Let me spin her around real quick. I wonder if you hit this outside pin, if you can quad that whole thing. That'll definitely gain you some time. Oh, yes, and that's a toughie. Oh, I really don't know about that. And then, oh, 100% you can quad that. Hang on. Let me turn around. I want to see if I can do that again. I really do think you can go quad triple in that rhythm after this. Maybe it's worth taking off in the middle rut. So if I can't... Oh, I don't know if I like the angle here. So if I come out here, quad, and then triple, and then try and hook this rut and go step on. That's a lot of big lines to try and put together. Oh, okay. A bit more challenging than I first thought. A lot more challenging than I first thought, actually. Very weird how... Maybe it's because I don't have other people to watch. I find that when I'm qualifying for these actual races, a lot of time I'll watch what the competitors are doing, like the really fast boys, and just learn from them, learn the lines. But because I've only seen one clip of this entire track, I've not watched the racing at all. I only know that Cam was going like 5 through that one section. That's it. I don't know what lines everyone was taking everywhere else. So some people are probably looking at their screen right now, like screaming at me, telling me to take a different line. But you know, if you just don't see it, then you don't see it. There's nothing you can really do about it. I'm not meaning to get off the back there either. Jesus Christ. Look round to the right. The yeet down the gearbox. Round to the left. I wonder if I could get on top of these. Oh, that wasn't terrible. I was saying if I could get on top of those from the inside or the middle, I could also save myself a hell of a lot of time. That's proven to be quite difficult to do. Yeah, also not sure what I want to do in the last corner either. Okay, this is a lot more challenging than I first thought. So I really enjoyed Indy and I really enjoyed Nashville, which obviously were the first two tracks with this almost exact same layout. So I thought this one would come quite naturally to me, but it's proven to not be the case. Up and over that. If I just try and stay lower off everything. Out wide, here, a bit too far wide, I think. On top. That. Barely made that. Scrub this, because I went too far last time. Scrub again. I mean, I'm 0.5 up just from staying lower over the jumps. Let's try and jump a bit further to this inside. Hit that really nicely, actually. On the brakes into here. Oh, I went over it. That's going to cost me some time. I was 0.8 seconds up there. So exactly the same lines as my previous lap, just hitting them better. Jumping way too far. I really am not a fan, and I imagine the real-life riders aren't a fan either, of these sharp 180s straight after whoop sections. Very, very hard to get the bike to stop. That was another 0.5 I've taken off there. Oh my goodness. I have to scrub this, try wheelie. Oh. That jump's built very, very peculiarly. You can't really like step on and off of it. It's not got enough like pop to get you off the end. So now, I mean, we're 13 minutes in at this point, almost 14 minutes. This is where we start going into a little bit of a tryhard sweaty mode. So we go 1 litre of fuel. I need to gain 0.38 of a second to be where I would have been happy with. So that would put me, I think, like P4-ish in qualifying. And if, again, I said, if I can get under a 54, be a very, very happy man. That is not how you do it. That's not how you start your laps. Oh, actually, what I need to do, I think if I need to be fair, I can't keep using that respawning right before the finish. You can't do that when you're in servers. You have to go back to the pits, and then you go back to the track again. So I'm going to be resetting laps this way, which will kind of give me more incentive to finish laps off, I think, rather than as soon as one thing goes wrong like this, I reset and go again. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm already a second, 1.3 seconds down after a corner because of a very, very poor first turn. We'll carry on. Give us a little bit more practice. Get the muscle memory absolutely flowing through the veins. What if we try... How easy is stepping on from the outside? Oh, very easy. So maybe if I'm not 110% sure about the run that I've got in the corner, we can try going all the way to the outside, because that can make life a bit easier for us. Let's hook this right. Really, I'm a big fan of how he's built these ruts on the inside here. They hold you really nicely. Maybe too nicely. Maybe it makes the outside lines a bit redundant. Who the hell knows? We'll go to the inside. Herbosa. Game's very interesting sometimes, isn't it? It's just, there's sometimes where I would just rather crash and then not have to deal with all that weird wonkiness. So, we'll go again. Round to the left. With 1 litre of fuel, we should have enough fuel in here for 3, maybe even 4 laps. Getting hella sketchy, though. Hella sketchy. Now, I'm going to go back. Go again. If you are someone in particular that maybe you struggle when it comes to qualifying, there's a bunch of people that I know can't have the race pace, but when it comes to qualifying, you really struggle just to put 1 lap together. Try and do what I'm doing now, and just put yourself in these situations where you are essentially replicating qualifying conditions. Give yourself a limited amount of time to learn the track, and then give yourself, let's say, 20-30 minutes to try and run as good of a lap as you possibly can do. And that's all you can really ask of yourself. And just try and just send it. You know, take all the fuel out, go as try hard as you need to. You know, like some people, the difference between qualifying and not qualifying is a tenth. And if you can gain that from taking all the fuel out your bike, then by all means do it. I don't see anything wrong with it whatsoever. Definitely being a bit beneficial to me so far. You just feel how much more like nippy the bike is. It feels a lot more responsive. I am struggling in some of these corners though. The bike doesn't feel like it wants to turn too well for me. Get up and over this. So if you can look up at my split to the top left, on that lap there, I was 0.5 quicker in the last sector than my fastest lap. So if I was to put an entire lap together right now, I'd be looking at a high 53, which would be about a second off top quali, but it would put me around the P3/P4 position, which I'd be quite happy with. Not getting these inside lines too well. I'm just not opening up the corners as much as you should do. I mean, Supercross, oh, that lap is not going to count, unfortunately. That is way too much of a cut on the inside. If it does count, not the best time gates on this track. Can't lie. I'll have to call it. I have to call it as I see it, unfortunately. Oh my Jesus! I'm not sure if that was handlebars or foot pegs, but something grabbed there. Yeah, not been a lot of the whoop sections this year. I've not been the biggest fan. I've just like my whoops I can get on top of and skim. I don't like all this jumping and I don't know. I think some of the real life riders as well. I mean, maybe if your name's Cooper Webb, you probably don't mind at all jumping through the whoops every week. But I miss seeing riders skimming them. I really, really do. Get on top and over. Let's grab this bad boy. I'll just try and stay low. So on top, and triple out wide. I'm just gonna go around the outside. Didn't have the best run ever. Didn't jump as far to the inside as I would have liked. So when in doubt, just go all the way around the outside. Bring it down to second gear here. Check up a little bit so I don't cut that corner too tight. I am 0.5 down, which is not ideal. I'm scared that the quicker that I try pushing these inside ruts, the more chance that's going to happen. And you just completely blow over it. Try and double out at the end. Not quite. Wasn't very clean. Front end's trying to go on me as well. Oh, well, I've just jumped way too far into there. Okay, what's my ideal looking like? What's the analysis? So go to the laps. My ideal is a 53.8. My best currently is a 54.3. So we definitely have a lot more time to gain. We've got 11 minutes left in total to make it happen. So we shall see. I didn't plan on this video being like entirely uncut, but I don't think I've stopped waffling for more than, say, 30 seconds in the entirety of this. Oh, God, I'm already 0.8 down. Get up on top and over. And hit the yeet, little scrub. I just can't believe how small that triple is. Like, it's actually absolutely tiny. Like, really, really small. I want, if anybody else feels that way, please do let me know. But I feel like I'm checking up for it and still flat landing, which is a really, really weird thing. I know I'm on a 450, but come on, give us a bit more oomph. It might be the way that the face is built. It might just be slightly steeper than normal, so it'll just send you higher and further. Absolutely no idea. Let's try and back it into this corner. Just need to get a flow going. Sometimes it's much more beneficial just to get a couple laps back to back. I can fall guilty sometimes myself of making one tiny little mistake and then going back to the pits and doing it over and over again. And by the time you've done a lap, you'll be really, really good at the first half of the track, but you'll not know what to do in the second half because you've had no practice on it. Let's go around here. I'm going to scrub, try and stay nice and low. Scrub again. Do I make that inside? Over it just a little bit. That's really, really annoying. Hit that first bit really nice. I'm not going to just go from there because it's unfair. It's classed as cheating a little bit, I believe. And we're going to go to the inside. I mean, what this does show is that in the hands of people that are good enough at the game, aka Steiner and Tyler, that any bike can be competitive because they both have a qualifying time quicker than my time right now on a Cowie. I've tried the Cowie multiple times and I can't get that thing around a Supercross track to save my life. I don't know, there's something about it, whether it's the power, which is a lot slower than the big bikes like the KTM and the Husky, or whether it's the suspension. Again, I couldn't get it for a whoop section to save my life either. I don't know, just really, really don't enjoy that bike, but those boys have found something that works on it, or, again, they are just talented enough at the game to be able to get it going around. Now, there was still like 0.7 or so off the back of Cam, but I don't really feel like that's a fair metric, unfortunately, comparing yourself to Cam on a KTM. It's a little bit unfair, as that's quite a fast bit of machinery that he's got there. So let's try again, double up and over. Oh, okay. I need to zone in. Need to just lock in a little bit. Maybe I'm waffling too much. Might have to go trial. Might have to go quiet for a little bit. Try and get a qualifying lap in. We are going to finish this lap off as normal though, so do not worry. And just get a little bit of a flow going. So on, off. I'm going to check up so much for this triple. It would be nice. I mean, I'm guessing them boys have done it. Oh, there you go. Going quad, triple. And then can we... Oh, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. No, not quite. Doable, yes. Doable for me. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe. Let's double up and over this bad boy. Still can't decide if I want to go inside or outside in these corners. So insides are good, but you get a big old slingshot in the berms. Maybe outside and then inside, so outside in the right and inside on the left. That was nice. Oh, yeah, the front end's messing about with me a little bit. I don't like it. Granted, I know that I'm rusty right now, but geez, come on. So, we'll start another lap. Let's lock in. God damn it. God damn it. I didn't want to jump over the whole thing that time. That time I purely wanted to step on, step off, but I actually went a little bit too fast, which is quite a rare occasion. Those first few corners, like the sand, oh, get the sand beautifully. Just up on the pegs, nice in the right, exactly where you want to be, and then blew it on one of the, I'd say, easier parts of the track, unfortunately. It's all right. We'll go straight back into another one after this. I mean, I've definitely gained time overall as well. What is going on today? I've got some very, very interesting Proboso physics. So I gained 0.29 in that first sector. Combine it with the 0.5 that I had on one of the other laps, like compared to this lap right here. I am looking at maybe like a 0.7 increase in time overall once I have everything locked in. So then we'd be looking at about a 53 point... My maths isn't mathing. 0.7-ish? Something like that? 53.7? Which would not be too bad. I don't think it put me in point... I think that put me in third place, quite possibly. We shall see. But yeah, right now, not going anywhere near as smoothly as I thought it would. It's another very good sand section. We'll get to this inside okay. Yes, on, off, hit the triple, try and stay nice and low. I just want to step onto this table, I don't want to go over it. So on, off. I'm going to go to the outside just to play it safe. Oh, that was not safe at all. Oh, okay. Second gear, not third gear. That third was way too boggy, and I lost well over a second because of that one tiny little mistake there. Oh, I only went a tiny bit. 54.2... No, 0.34. Oh, where's all that time gone? I feel like I gained a good amount at the start of that last lap and then completely threw it away towards the back end. Just not going completely smooth. Maybe there is some big boy lines that I'm meant to be hitting here. Probably going quadruple through here is one of them. I'm probably losing a whole bunch of time because of that. And then maybe tripling from the inside. Yeah, it would definitely save me a couple of attempts at least. So, here's the issue. Like, I'm not much of a qualifier these days. I tend to just run... if I could just run 54s through the entirety of a main event, that's kind of what I would do. Like, my qualifying times have just never been that great. It's a very rare occasion. If you do see me at top of qualifying, then usually you know that the actual races are going to go horrendously. We're coming up to 27 minutes deep into this now, so we've only got a couple of attempts left, and it's not looking too promising. Can we get the triple from the inside? Yes. I mean, it's faster at the beginning, but do you notice how high I went there? I went very, very high. I wonder if they're even quadding out of that rhythm section as well. No idea. I need to try and hit these insides as quick as I can, but I'm a little bit scared about completely going up and over them. That was quite nice. And then just got to get a good drive through the whoops to try and get on top of them. Not bad. Double out. Yes. Not ideal. I'm just going to go to the outside here. It's probably going to be slower at the start, then you get a little bit of slingshot. Oh, there you go. Is that under it? Yes, there you go. 53.87. So if we pull up time real quick, I think that puts me about 0.9 behind. So 53.87, yes. So I would be in... I'd still be in P4. Okay. Well, there you go. So Cam's is 0.9 quicker than me. Tyler, who qualified second on the Cowie, is 0.7, no, 0.6 quicker. 0.7 quicker, my maths is off, on the Cowie, which is really, really good. And then Steiner is 0.2 quicker, also on the Cowie. So if we've learned anything from here, first of all, I'm hella washed and still trying to learn the game again because it's been like 5 days and I apparently need to play every day to be any good at it. Secondly, don't sleep on the Kawi. I know people say it a lot in comments. If you're someone like me, you need all the help you can get, so you try and ride quite a fast bike. But you know, if you're at the top of the game, like these boys are, the Kawi is quite a usable bike. So there you go, boys. I could qualify, yes. I think we all knew that, though. Where I would have qualified, only P4 by the looks of it. And then it looks like there's quite a lot of fall off, so you needed a 57.7 to qualify. So yeah, literally four seconds off of my time there. So that'll do it. I hope you boys have enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. If you could drop a cheeky little like, I'd very much appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I post almost every single day, so hopefully you find something you enjoy here. And have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're all up to. I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.
I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain. Even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still move a mountain and do what I want. I got